Hi everyone, it's Alicia and welcome back into my kitchen. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make nutmeg muffins. They're absolutely delicious. They're muffins that have nutmeg in them, obviously, but they're very sweet as well because they're dipped in cinnamon and sugar. So definitely a treat that you should only have once in a while. For the past few years, I've been making them every June 1st because June 1st happens to be the birthday of one of the characters in my book that I'm writing. Her name is Emmy, and Emmy is basically the Disney princess of the story. At the start of the story, things turn a little bit dark as the story goes on, but without giving too much away, she starts off as this very sweet, innocent character, and therefore I imagine that she absolutely adores sweets. Unlike her sister Rubus, Rubus looks at these muffins and says, well, if it were anyone else who asked me to eat these, I would say no because I don't partake of sweets very often, but because it's my sister and these are her favorite, I will happily indulge in them. With that, I will show you how to make these wonderful muffins. They're great for dessert, or they can also be a really nice breakfast treat. But however you eat them, they're delicious. And so without further ado, let's get to making them. The first things you'll want to do are to preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius and prepare your muffin tin either with the paper liners that you can get at the store or with just greasing it with butter and flour, which is what I did today. I normally use the paper liners when I'm doing muffins or cupcakes, but I forgot to buy them when I went to the store this week. And it seems more fitting in this case considering that the story I'm writing takes place in the 1920s, and I don't know if they had the little paper cupcake thingies back then. And then over here you'll want to, in a bowl, combine the dry ingredients, which are 3 cups of flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and mix that all up and set it aside because in another bowl we're going to get the wet ingredients together. These are the wet ingredients all ready to go. So in a big bowl like this one, you'll want to first cream together 2/3 of a cup of shortening and 1 cup of white sugar. And once those are nice and fluffy and creamed, you'll add in 2 eggs and stir them together until it looks like this. And now I have all the ingredients ready to go. The dry ingredients, the wet ingredients, and in this little cup I have 1 cup of milk. To put the batter together, you're going to add a little bit of the flour to the wet ingredients and stir it, and then a little bit of the milk and stir it, and keep doing that until the flour mixture and milk are all gone and the batter is smooth and everything's been stirred in. Here is the finished muffin batter, and as you can see it's quite thick, but that's just how it turns out. Now that the batter's all ready to go, you'll ladle it into your muffin tin. And a good trick for that my mom taught me is to oil a small measuring cup. I use the 1/4 cup, but you oil a small measuring cup and scoop out the batter with it, and the oil on the inside of the cup helps the batter slide out more easily into the muffin tin. I'm going to do that and I will show you the muffin tin when it's ready to go in the oven. And here's the muffin tin all ready to go. Now you'll bake the muffins for 20 to 25 minutes or until they're puffed up and golden brown. And here are the muffins out of the oven. I had them in for 20 minutes, but as I mentioned before, they could go from anywhere from 20 to 25. But however long you bake them, they should look like this, nice and golden brown. And as you can see, they puffed up a lot. I think that's why Emmy would like these muffins so much, because she is the sister in the novel who represents air, and so she would be like, yay, they're all puffy like me. I'm going to let them cool down a bit, and then we can coat them with cinnamon and sugar. The best part. It's gonna be awesome. Now the muffins have cooled down, they're cool enough to handle, and so it's on to the cinnamon sugar part. So over here I have one stick that's half a cup of melted butter, and in this bowl I have half a cup of sugar and 3 teaspoons of cinnamon mixed together. And obviously I can't do this and hold the camera at the same time, but I think you get the idea. Dip a muffin in the butter, roll it in the cinnamon sugar, and put it back on the tray. And so I will see you once all the muffins are cinnamon sugared. And here they are, my friends, the muffins with their cinnamon and sugar on them all over. As you can see, I got it on the sides and it's on the bottom as well. And I cannot wait to have one of these for breakfast tomorrow. I might even have one for dessert tonight because it's June 1st, it's Emmy's birthday, and so I will probably have one in honor of her. And I don't care if I seem weird that I figure out when my characters' birthdays are in universe and then do things to celebrate them, because for me it helps me connect with their energy and get to know them better, especially in terms of cooking things that they would like to eat, because as I've mentioned before, I never feed my characters anything that I wouldn't eat myself, or at least something that I wouldn't try myself, because my characters won't obviously all have the same culinary tastes as me, but I at least like to try recipes of food that they would eat at least once. And these muffins are an absolute hit. They're wonderful. They're sweet because of the cinnamon and sugar, but spicy due to the nutmeg, and they're just fantastic. So if you try them, please let me know, and thank you again for stopping by my kitchen. And if you're new here, if this is your first time, welcome into my kitchen, and please feel free to follow me on all my socials. They're all linked below, and this recipe will be in the description below as well. And thank you for watching, and blessed be, and I will see you next time. Bye!